The 49ers are 8-4. They have the longest win streak in the entire NFL right now. 5 games. The longest. It was the Dolphins. You took care of that one pretty easily. Chiefs were up there. They lost as well. You've won 5 games in a row. You've got such a clear advantage in your division, but the injury does kind of put a cloud over it. There's no doubt about it. But the one thing I will say this team is pretty damn entertaining, and it's not going to stop. And, we're going to be here for you guys. The defense is insane. This is historically great defense, not for the 49ers, not for the 49ers. This is historically great defense for the NFL. It is quite possible you're seeing one of the best defenses put together in the last 20 years. And I don't think that's hyperbole. I really, really don't. The stats back it up. The play backs it up. Is anybody talking about the Dolphins offense anymore? Is anybody referencing that? I know we focus on quarterback, and I understand that. But what the defense did was historically great. They had 2 plays. They had 2 plays that were huge. The Trent Sherfield touchdown on the opening play, and then the huge, bomb to Tyreek for the touchdown later on. Outside of that, they got 0 third down conversions. Best offense. You gotta be kidding me. This is a defense that it's going to go down, man, as one of the best ever. And Nick Bosa, what he's doing, leading the NFL in sacks. Can we talk about Bosa? I know this is a long show, and my voice is tired. It could go out any moment. I don't give a damn, because this is why we love football, right? This is why we love the Niners. And we are living in the weirdest moment. But yeah, Shane, Bosa is out of his damn mind right now. And he just went out there. All right, here we go. Let's do this. I was going to do a whole nother episode. Let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it rolling. Kyle Shanahan called out Nick Bosa and the defensive line group before the game in their Saturday meeting, I think it was. Well, here, let's set this up. This is Kyle talking about what Nick Bosa, how he kind of challenged him, and in front of the whole team.
I'll see. I mean, it seemed like it when in some pivotal times. I mean, I got to watch the whole game to really compare it to other amazing games I think he's had, but it definitely felt like that this was the best one of the year out there. I kind of messed with the D-line and Bosa last night, telling them that I thought the linebackers outperformed them last week, and I thought they would smile at it, but he didn't smile at all. And right after that last sack where Dre scooped and scored, he came right up to me, and I thought we were going to celebrate together, and he goes, "That's what happens when you talk that way about me in a team meeting." And I go, "I'll make a note. I'll make sure to do it a lot more." So it was pretty cool to see. He was great. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he threw a little shade at me and the D-line. So we kind of talked in our meeting. We don't like being called out like that. Not that it's our head coach, so he obviously has the right. He watches the tape more than anybody, and he expects the most out of us. So I'm glad we were able to make an impact.
He goes on again, apologize for the language, but if he could go on the 49ers channel, I think we can too. So right after the sack, this is what Bosa had to say to the head coach.
It's like, don't talk shit about me anymore. or talk more shit about me, because light the fire.
Dude, I love it, man. And so, okay, let's stay on this conversation of how good this defense is and how good Nick Bosa is. I don't know how he's not the leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. And that's an award that goes to one player every year. Do you guys know how many Defensive Players of the Year the 49ers have had historically? 2. 2. All time. That's it. Which is ridiculous when you see the players and Lott and all that stuff. No, it's Deion Sanders in 94 and Dana Stubblefield, who I don't want to talk about. But that's it. And so for Bosa to be on that level, and yeah, Boats, I'm with you. Nick Bosa cracks me up, man. He legitimately makes me laugh all the freaking time. Yeah, I get that a lot. Everybody talks about is he really high? It's just kind of his personality. You listen to his brother, you listen to his dad, you listen to his it's just kind of who they are. It's their flow. It's just what they are. But so you have Bosa Defensive player of the year, what do you have? 2 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble, was absolutely insane. If we look at the just PFF scores, which just came out, I think. Here we go. Yeah. Bosa had a 76.1 grade, 7 pressures, 3 sacks, 2 quarterback hits, 3 solo stops, 1 forced fumble, and 38 snaps. He got 7 pressures on 30 snaps. That's stupid. That is stupid. Joy says Parsons and Bosa are nothing alike, and we know Bosa is the better player. He's more consistent in fewer snaps. He's got better stats in every single category. The Dallas Cowboys and, their kind of propaganda machine, I get that. That's going to be a thing. But, yeah, if you watch both these teams. Now, I'll say this too, because Bosa, this is what I've said several times. If Bosa shows up in those key moments, this was a big game. He showed up huge. So, check mark. Well, guess what? Now you got Tom Brady. What the image of Bosa sacking Tom Brady once or twice, that's huge. Then you've got a Thursday night primetime game. So if you want defensive player of the year, Nick Bosa, these next 2 weeks is where you're going to get it. You answered the call versus Miami. Best, offense, whatever else. Dude, whatever. So Bosa has the opportunity to go get that award. And this is a contract year for him. And he deserves every damn penny. I hope they break the bank for it. I really, really do. He deserves it. He's that damn good. But the reason why this defense is great starts with Bosa. Not just Bosa. You got to talk about Dre Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw, I know I'm biased. I know he's my favorite 49er. He was the second highest rated player from Pro Football Focus, 76.5 grade. Led the team in tackles, 2 solo run stops, whatever else. I don't care about that, okay? Those things, the scoop and score at the end of the game, don't care about that either. It was awesome. Anytime you get a defensive touchdown, it's awesome. There you go. Boats knows what's up. Greenlaw covering Tyreek Hill on a crossing route and jumping on that and getting 0 yards after catch. That play, I'm excited to break down that film. That play was nuts. And that wasn't even his biggest play. Knocking the ball out of Gesicki's hand on 4th down. It got ruled a catch. They reviewed it. 100% not a catch. That's not what Greenlaw does. He's not a coverage backer. That's not where his skills were. He is a roaming range, sideline to sideline player that just tackles as well as anybody. But I said this 2 weeks ago when we were doing film. He's starting to pop up in the flats in coverage. You've got Fred over the middle, running deep with number 3 and all that stuff. Fred's the best there is. But now that Dre Greenlaw's play has accelerated, now it's scary. Now it's scary because Fred's going to be Fred. And I'm not trying to downplay what Fred did. Fred was amazing. But if you're getting Greenlaw's coverage ability up to the point where you're fine with him guarding Tyreek across the middle and shutting him down, not really shutting him down, but you made the play. It gets scary, man. It gets scary. Mosquito Killer said he's now officially my favorite linebacker since Willis. I respect that. Josh, Greenlaw, and Warner, amazing. It's the best combo in football. It's the best. And we're not even mentioning Azeez, who was great. Azeez, he got 12 snaps. He didn't rate very well. He had 1 missed tackle, but Azeez is amazing. He's a monster. But let's just be real, and you give credit where credit's due. I think the 49ers made the right call. Obviously, I do. They extended the right one. Azeez going to get paid in the offseason, and he deserves it. He'll be a starting linebacker somewhere else. But this defense is playing so damn well. There's Steven, no better linebackers in the league, period. Not even close.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.